Canada at my aunt's bed and breakfast in Victoria, and I had tons of free time, and I spent like 98% of the time alone in this 6-bedroom mansion on the water. The person who used to own the house was a concert pianist, and her piano was still in the living room. Her name is Madame Huntley. And we made like a little Halloween video, and it actually ended up being a song on the album, where I take the persona of her ghost. I never sleepwalked, but I woke up one night and I was at the piano, and it creeped me out. That place was totally haunted.
While you pretend you know what it is to love someone.
Yeehaw! I'm Lizzy Rose, and you're watching Band in Seattle.
Tonight on Band in Seattle, Lizzy Rose graces the stage with her sultry and psychedelic piano pop, recorded live at Victory Studios. Band in Seattle. Uncover the music that moves you.
Singing. My sister actually was the first one to bring to my attention that I had a voice. I came home singing a song about Colorado or something, and she called my dad and said, Lizzy has a voice, and she made me record that song on his voicemail.
No satisfaction, you spin and you spin till you're spun. If somebody in the opposite corner of the universe hears this song, sing along. La 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 la. Come on, guys. La 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 la. I can't hear you. La 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 la. Woo!
I went to college for vocal for opera, actually. I joined a rock band, Vitamins, and we were kind of a psychedelic rock band. I would sometimes like make up the lyrics on the spot. We were together for a long time. Really, I started writing rock music and folk music as like kind of an escape from what I was doing in college, because it didn't feel like it fit me as well. It was kind of an escape from that, actually.
Awake in a city where the sun never shines. Beat the pavement with my feet. Try to find a reason why I don't give up and go home. Why I feel so much better off alone.
I'm Jeremy, and I play drums for Lizzy Rose.
So I met Jeremy teaching music. I was just really impressed with his musicianship. He was just one of those people that can hear a song once, go to the piano and play it verbatim.
When Lizzy and I met, we were both teachers at an after-school elementary school. We started hanging out, and one day she had a student and I didn't, so I wrote a song for us. She was teaching a kid, and I had a pair of headphones on with a disco beat on a Casio keyboard, and after she finished the lesson, I said, I wrote our first song, let's start a band.
Since 2,000 miles away, I cried when I left, but we both know I couldn't stay.
Fall or Fly was written when I had just moved to Seattle.
I can't remember exactly what I did on the recording, but we weren't even gonna have drums on it. Lately, I've been just playing with my fingers to keep it very light.
But I'll be myself till the day I die. And if I fall, at least I'll fly. Oh, at least I'll fly.
Lizzy's songs really blew me away when I heard them. I thought there was nothing else like it. Every song is very original, and she has her own voice. I was instantly drawn to the originality of her music, and then she told me she toured with the Flaming Lips, so I thought, man, she's probably pretty good, you know?
I met Wayne Coyne at a show, and he asked if my band Vitamins wanted to open up for him in Aspen. And so we ended up doing it, and then months later I threw out that I could sing, you know, operatic style, and he asked me to sing Great Gig in the Sky by Pink Floyd on their Dark Side of the Moon tour. They flew me out to Atlantic City and kind of auditioned me out there, and then they would do it in various festivals. So I did it for over the course of like 2 years.
I see you washed up on our front porch again. Well, I've got a new song I've been singing. This time I know it from beginning to end. Hallelujah, see a better day. The sun is shining.
A Better Day is a very old song that I wrote back when I lived in Denver, probably maybe even 10 years ago. It's one of those songs that I kind of dusted off because people liked it so much and they love the harmonica thing. I always get like comments about how I can play the harmonica and sing and play the guitar at the same time. This is like a little party trick.
Looks like you're doing fine. I think it's super how well you suit her. But hallelujah, I see a better day. The sun is shining in a beautiful way.
When we come back, lots more to uncover about Lizzy Rose.
Jeremy is very animated. He gives a lot of, what's the word, pizzazz.
Lizzy, you think you can make a tornado appear with your imagination?
Yes.
Prove it. Whoa, I think it's working.
The best slip from our past, what's ahead unclear.
Boldly Going Nowhere is, I mean, I feel like Jeremy describes this one better than I do because I really don't know what I was thinking when I wrote this song.
I think it deals with the uncertainty of life, just every day not knowing what's gonna happen next and embracing that uncertainty. We're going nowhere, but we're going there boldly. I've been thinking about this for weeks.
Your hair's gotten longer, but your eyes the same. I'm afraid of those promises we made. 'Cause the future is only in our heads. Boldly going, no.
Jeremy is very animated. He gives a lot of, what's the word, pizzazz to the performances. We have a good balance because he revs me up and I calm him down. So we have this kind of yin and yang. My dad says like, you complement each other so well, you know. He's helped me be more confident in my songs because he's just a firm believer in the music. So he's kind of like a cheerleader, but also like one of the most gifted musicians I've ever worked with.
Through the ash, say goodbye to what's left. 'Cause that was then, my love. This is now, but now is only ever. No,
awesome. I've known him as long as I've been in Seattle. We met at Racer Cafe, actually, at a free jazz jam session, and we started hanging out, and years later we needed a guitar player, so I couldn't think of anybody else. I said, Hamilton, do you want to join our band? He said, sure.
Hamilton used to play bass for us, so then he moved to guitar. So we needed a bass player. So we put out an ad on Craigslist, and I got lots of responses, but Kellen's was just the funniest. And
we're looking for a cool-looking bass player to be cool in our band, and he wrote back to us like, I could be cool.
Sounded like a good fit, so we had him join.
And this tree is a mystery, untold tales between its seams. Little bird knows a thing or two about the secrets he keeps, but she won't say.
When Lizzy showed me Nervous Bird, I literally had it stuck in my head all day. Everywhere I went, I just kept hearing that melody. So when we went to record the album, and she said she didn't want to do Nervous Bird, I said, we've got to record that song. We've got to record Nervous Bird.
I showed Jeremy that song really reluctantly. I wasn't very confident in it. He believed in it more than I ever could. And so I just knew, like, I needed him to help me overcome my insecurities with it, and he really has helped me break out of that shell. But that song is basically about all my insecurities.
On a bookshelf, so out of reach. Now I've been a good girl, hardly watch the TV, but I don't know what it is.
Well, performing by myself, you know, you're very exposed. You can't mess up as much because you are the only member. But with the band, you can relax a little bit. Also playing with the band, you feel more empowered or something. You feel like you have, like, you're a leader and that you can get your message across with more people backing you.
Fairy boards that pass us by, I know a beautiful place to die. And when I stop breathing, I'll feel another feeling, the feeling of the wind, or of a baby breathing on. It always comes and goes. It always comes and goes. It only comes and goes. Little tree on a little hill, holding up best he could.
After the break, you'll find out a lot more about Lizzy Rose.
It's never ending.
As we were shooting and I'm dancing around with these wings, my mom comes home and the garage door opens and I'm just in this thing like, hey Mom, and she's just like, oh my God.
Siri, what do you call me?
You're Lizzy, but you asked me to call you Princess Elizabeth V.
We fall from heaven. On light we ride. We all are angels. Our wings are tied on. Entangled karma. We must.
Golden Age is a song Jeremy wrote for me upon meeting me. He basically just pulled this song out of thin air and started playing it on piano and singing the lyrics to me, and I was just thinking, like, how does he do that? Jeremy dressed me up as an Egyptian princess, I guess, with the Isis wings, and it was like -3 degrees in Denver, and we shot this thing in my mom's garage.
I stopped time animated Lizzy as a Egyptian goddess.
I'll never forget because as we were shooting and I'm dancing around with these wings, my mom comes home and the garage door opens and I'm just in this thing like, hey mom, and she's just like, oh my God, why is my daughter such a weirdo?
It's the golden age. It's never ending. We are an open page. This is our sentence. We are the newborn old. We are the mountain. The golden age. Love is the sunshine. It flows on and 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 it flows on and
I think coming to Seattle was the greatest thing that I ever did. I met Lizzy right away, and I feel like she had just moved here about the same time, so it was kind of meant to be. I've lived in New York and Boston and San Francisco, and by far I feel like Seattle has the most accessible, supportive music scene out of any city that I've ever been in.
A lot of musicians from the Pacific Northwest, you know, Kurt Cobain, Modest Mouse, Elliott Smith, I was totally obsessed with as I was growing up. And so it always made sense to me to move out here because I loved those artists so much and I wanted to be where they were and see what the world was like where they were.
I don't know why I ever thought I knew you better. And now you lie here, you're so far away. Well, I'm still choking on the fruit we ate.
Walk the Walk is kind of my feminist anthem to like every guy that's screwed you over and just like cutting yourself from that shit. Music video was just kind of a fun idea. Like, you know, I wanted to have a food fight, dump flour on somebody's head.
Which we got to shoot a couple times to get it right, so we've destroyed several kitchens.
What you told her, your words beat when your actions scream so much louder. You're a whore. I don't love you anymore. You're a whore. Don't love you
For the future, we're just looking forward to recording our next album and very excited about that. We have about 15 songs that are ready to go for the next CD, or hopefully LP. We just want to keep making music, get it out there, videos, CDs, songs, boom, 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 boom. I used to practice a lot, and then I made a decision a couple years ago. I don't want to sit in a room and practice. I want to get music out there. I want to produce. I want people to hear our songs. So that's been my mode ever since, is just to make music and videos any way I can.
Judy likes to dream about the old.
Jeremy was working at a nursing home and there was this woman that he really was drawn to and her name was Judy. She was this old artist who gave us some of her paintings. He felt compelled to write a song about her.
That song is about the absurdity of the way that these people were treated in this old folks home. They were treated like with no respect, like infants. And there was one day that I just saw Judy waiting for her pills for like 3 hours. She was sitting there in her wheelchair and totally being neglected, and she just looked like she couldn't take it anymore.
Somehow one of my old journals was around and we opened a page and the lyrics kind of went with the theme of the song, so we kind of mixed these two together and we created that song.
So I don't know if she's passed away or not. Hopefully she hasn't, but it's a tribute to her.
I want to make the world a better place, and I want to connect with people. I want to share my experience of the world with people, and I think that's what creating music is doing and performing. It's like making sense of this world we live in.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
To uncover more of the music that moved you tonight, go to bandinseattle.com, where you can learn more about Lizzy Rose and watch her full concert. Tune in next week to uncover more music that moves you on Band in Seattle.